Oh, hey there, guys. Welcome to my channel. And today we're checking out Open Beta 143 for Euro Truck Simulator 2. And, well, kind of just drive around, check the performance, the no graphics, because we're in Lyon, because the city got a reskin. So let's check out how that's looking. Also, just kind of talk as we drive, because it's been a long time since I've done that, and I kind of miss it, even though it's not one of my most popular kind of videos. I just kind of like it anyway. So yeah, let's get driving. Brand new truck, the no DAF, looking very nice. For reference, we're running ultra settings, 1080p, 400% scaling. So there's that. Let's take a look outside. Interesting truck right there, right? Very nice. Let's get the lights going. Wonderful. Look at that. It's a lovely night here. I should probably make it daytime actually. G set time 6, I think. Is that it? Yeah, 6 a.m. Good morning, America. That's much better. As you can see, GPU usage has increased. It's interesting. So 43 daytime. So we should be using. Oh no, it's because the lights are still on. That does explain everything, because the lights are very performance intensive. But anyway, back into the truck. Let's get driving. Oh yeah, there's the no force feedback as well, which actually came out on 142, but I didn't try it out. So it's my first time trying the no force feedback. Let's see how that goes. At first glance, I can already tell that the steering wheel is behaving differently in a way. So that's a plus, I guess. Anyway, let's get driving. Oh, parking brake. Of course. Of course. So yeah, today we're driving all the way up to Frankfurt in Germany. Oh boy. So apparently that's too much for the rig to cope. So the 2070 cannot cope with Euro Truck at 1080p anymore, apparently. You got quite a performance drop there. Forza Horizon 5 flashbacks right there. Not a good thing, but hey, it's whatever at this point. That was I blame the lights. I think the lights are the ones to blame, honestly, because once they're off, performance is gonna be back to normal once again. I think it's 89% usage. That's insane. I mean, I remember when playing 1080p, 400% scaling would take like 50% of the card overall to get 60 FPS. It was mainly around 50 to 60% load on a card. Now it's 88, 92%. It's insane, but whatever, I guess. As you can tell, Lyon is looking very different, which is a good thing. Look at this roundabout, very fancy. Oh boy, come on. Take it easy. Oh shit! What? Oh, excuse the word. But yeah, I just got crashed into. Not my fault. I haven't done anything wrong. I'm just, just doing my thing, just minding my own business. Though, I mean, I should have been more careful there. But yeah, so let's get on driving. Oh, lane switch right there already. But so far, what I can tell is that, yeah, force feedback seems a little better, although the dead zone's still there. I mean, it's not the game's fault, it's more like the G29's fault. I wish that would be a way to put a LUT file like you can with Facito and ACC, where it does make it like vibrate a lot more and there's no dead zone anymore. I mean, the dead zone's still there, but as the motors are working all the time, it kind of mitigates the issue in a way. It makes you feel like there's no dead zone, which is fantastic. But I kind of see where they're coming from, and yeah, this is much better in a sense compared to default. The old force feedback, I mean, that's a lot better. It's night and day. How much. It just kind of makes you feel like it's actually a truck now, not like the old one did not, but it does it better now. And well, Lyon's looking great so far. As you can see, it's unexplored. It's my first time driving around this area, which is looking great, performing great. Now the lights are out, we can finally vibe at 70% load, which is good. 60 FPS, 70% for daytime is great. So I might have to downgrade my graphics for 1080p, which is a surprise. But from my understanding, lighting gets a little more demanding as you get too high on anti-aliasing. At least in prepared it does. I'm not sure if it applies to your truck as well. The higher the anti-aliasing, the more load it will put on that. So I could just drop the anti-aliasing a little bit, or maybe just DSR again, Quad HD, and you know, or maybe even 4K and drop anti-aliasing altogether. See how that goes. Another roundabout. This is great. Ooh, boy, the brakes failed me. Oh, come on, bro. You were like, what? I assumed he was giving me away. I mean, I know he's got the right of way, and I don't. Oh my god, this feels so much better. Like, wow. Okay, I'm starting to kind of, you know, understand. Wow. Okay, that was different. I mean, going into the roundabout with the no force feedback, it just feels so much better. Like there's a, I don't know how to explain it. It just feels more natural. You feel more connected to the truck. It's insane. There's a lot more. Oh my god, that's great. I cannot describe it. It's just better. It's just objectively better than what it was before. As you can see, I cannot drive to save my life. Oh my god. Okay, that fits. If it fits, I sit. And here we go. Come on. Oh. Come on! You gonna open it or what? Hello? Okay, you gotta get closer. I wish it would just kind of open as soon as you point into that gate, but it doesn't. Not much of a problem, but you know, it's just a little awkward. Oh, we lost the raid. Oh, great. So we lost that load. We have this one to Zaragoza. We have Le Mans. We have Graz in Austria, and we have Bern. Well, Zaragoza it is, I guess. I didn't want to go there, but I don't think there's any other way. So tires, 900 km is going to take longer. It's probably not going to be. I'm probably not going to be doing the whole load, the whole delivery today. For this one video, I'm just gonna, you know, shorten it up a little bit and just show the. I'm gonna record as far as the border, I guess. Once we enter Spain, that's the end of the video. I think that would make it fair. Oh god, that feels so much better to maneuver. I don't know, maybe it's just my brain playing tricks, because then again, it's been so long since I've played Euro Truck Sim, but it feels better, more responsive in a way, and around. I'm digging the no force feedback. Okay, let's get this attached, and then we can get on driving. Let's go. I love the mirror. it's so cool. You know, like someone made that Actros truck, which has the fancy no mirrors. I was like, oh god, I wish, you know, there would be a vanilla truck that comes with that kind of mirror, and then now it is here finally, and it's amazing. Oh, come on. Seriously now? Come on. You gotta get, like, really close. That's weird. Why doesn't it just open? Like, right, it knows I'm coming off. Why do I have to get so close? It doesn't make sense. I mean, it's such a time waster, because you're like, you know, trying to get close but not too close, because if you get way too close you crash, and that's not cool. So, you know, just ends up being very time consuming. It's okay. Okay, so now we have the right of way, because we are inside the roundabout first. They should just wait for us to do the thing. Oh my god, I just as you can tell, I'm definitely not used to this game anymore. Or the truck for the matter. It's like the first time driving it. That's no excuse. Obviously, I'm a very bad driver. That doesn't change a thing, but, you know, just so that you understand that. It do be like that, you know. It do be like that. I haven't really played with my steering wheel that much ever since March 2021. It's been busy with university stuff. Life just kind of, you know. And then once you get so busy, it's complicated. Because, you know, it's a whole affair. Setting the whole thing up, steering wheel and gearbox and everything. Gearbox, I mean the shifter. It's just a lot of work. And then you're like, okay, so I'm gonna take this long to set it up and then play for just 1 hour, 2 hours. It's not worth it. I mean, if you're gonna mount the steering wheel, you better play for a good 4 or 5 hours. It should make it worth it because it's a lot of work. So I'm just, you know, sometimes I just, even though I have the free time, it's just not enough free time. And you're like, should I actually go through the hassle setting this up and then have you know, just playing it for a little bit and then putting it back into place. It's just not worth it. But now I do have some time, so I'm gonna really play today. I'm really gonna dedicate myself to Euro Truck and American Truck and maybe other games as well before actually having to put it back into the box where it sits most of the time. Something that I didn't consider, like I really wanted a steering wheel away home. I didn't consider that at one point I would get busy and that it wasn't that far away anyway. But I was like, at the moment when I got it, I had a lot of free time. I was like, I'm bored. I just want to kind of drive around. Did I get a bright exit? Oh yeah, I did, I think. Look at that, it's pretty cool. That's snow as well, I think. I could be wrong, but it does look like it's a prefab. But anyway, I didn't think too far ahead, I guess. I was just thinking of the short term. It was fun. It was I got in late 2020, early 2021. Actually, yeah, early 2021 would be more accurate. And I had a lot of free time. I was on break from uni and stuff. I didn't have anything to do, so I was like, you know, gonna get wheel-wheel drive every day, every time. And during the first 60 days of the steering wheel, that was true. I was playing every day, driving every day, having a lot of fun. Cannot deny that. At some point, you just kind of, you know, once you have stuff to do, it just becomes, because the free time window gets like thinner and thinner. And you're like, should I actually go through the hassle setting it up? Only to have to dismantle it after, and you know, it's complicated. It's really complicated, and it's something that I didn't think. And after I graduate, obviously I'm gonna get a job, and then with a job I'm gonna have even less free time. So I'm like, was it actually a wise decision to get steering wheel at this point if I'm not gonna be able to enjoy it? Because I mean, I don't even have a proper job just yet, and I'm already kind of struggling with the whole time management thing because I'm helping out on a lot of stuff. So it's not just my free time is not just for trucking or race simming. I mean, sim racing. It's for a lot of other things. There's the plane simulators as well, and stuff that I cannot mention because in the EA, but still keeps me busy. And then you end up not really enjoying it as much as you should, but it's fine. So we got 800 km to go. Obviously, I'm not going to be doing the whole trip, as I said. I'm just going to go all the way to the border, and then that would be the end of the video. We've seen enough of Lyon, I guess. It's now kind of to the standards of the DLC, the Spain, Iberia DLC in a way. You see the city is much much larger than before, because earlier Truck Sim cities, they were all like very small with all the companies within it, and now it's like it has the outskirts, it has the industrial zone, it has the residential zone, which you don't actually get into. So you don't, it's more realistic that way, because in real life it's not like you actually get into the city, and you know, they have like specific sections of the city which are just for that, for cargo, where the companies are, so that you don't actually have to get into deep, thick traffic. You know, it makes more sense like that, and that's how it is. The cities are very, very big and spread apart, so it does make a lot more sense, and they've kind of brought it to that standard that it's larger and there's, you know, the zones, so makes it more interesting that way, I guess, more immersive as well, because that's how it is in the real world. It wasn't like it was before the old Lyon, which it was so outdated. It was such a pet peeve of mine, like when driving France DOC, because some of the cities from the France DOC were made for the DOC itself, so they were already up to the standards. I mean, not the current standards, but you know, the old 2016 standards, because that's when the France DLC came out. But when that came out, it was the creme de la creme, and it was, you know, it's still kind of, you can kind of roll with it, it still looks fine. But if you go to any old cities, which were already part of the base game, like Lyon, like Paris and stuff, it just doesn't really look the part, you know, compared to the rest of it. And that was such a bad peeve. Now they're fixing it, and it's looking great. I mean, it's looking better than the base DLC now. I mean, not the base DLC, the DLC itself. The cities, the new cities that came with the DLC. It's looking better than them. That's great. So they finally... I really hope they fix Netherlands next, and Belgium, and Austria, and so on. There's a lot of work to do. Because that part, like, it just kind of ruins the whole mood. Because you're, you know... Like, when you drive from Iberia to, like, Amsterdam, and you go from, you know, the good hog area, like France, Spain, Portugal, and stuff, and then once you get into the Netherlands, at the very least, they've redone Germany, which is important, because if you want to get to, like, Scandinavia and stuff, you have to go through Germany. And Germany was such a huge chunk of land that looked off. And now we have like Poland and Czech Republic also looking a little out of date. I wish they would remaster that part of the Going East DLC. That would look great. I mean, I do understand they gotta make money. There's more stuff to do before that. I mean, they gotta put the rest of the map out, which is a lot of work. They cannot just, you know, do free work and update. I mean, even if they were to charge, I guess that would be fair. In a full rework of the base map, like you pay for a remaster, like a better rendition, maybe an upgrade Going East 2.0, and then, I mean, if you don't pay, you don't get the fancy new cities. I don't know, but then again, it's not something that SCS would do. I think they're not the kind, they don't charge for that kind of stuff. So I guess over time, if we were patient enough, once all the DLCs were out and stuff, and they have more free time, they got a bigger team now, they're really putting work in and bringing excellent stuff. I mean, their DLCs are amazing, never disappoint. If you looked at Previous one, Iberia was fantastic, and they added new roads, so it makes it even more nice, because people complained there were not enough back roads, and what did they do? They churned out some more, which is amazing. Such a great thing. They listen, you know. People were like, where the back roads at? I mean, Iberia has so many back roads, why are they not available? And now they're finally adding back roads, which is fantastic. Like, it really shows they actually listen, they actually care. It's very important. It's very important to listen to your player base, and they're doing just that. So people complain and listen, they apply, and the game gets better. And it's been like that for nearly 10 years now. It's been 9 years since the game has been out, and it only gets better. I mean, it's kind of slow. I mean, 9 years, but still, what other game has this sort of like long-term support? with frequent updates and frequent new content. It's not just, you know, the game is actually getting visibly better graphics and stuff. I mean, there are some old titles that get updates every now and then, but it's not nothing major. This one is getting content, like new DLC, new places to explore, new trucks. It is visibly getting better. Now we even got new force feedback, which is much better than the previous. It's just hard not to notice how much they actually care about the game. Because they could have just, you know, instead of reworking the map and bringing the new DLCs, they could just make a new version and charge more for the same stuff and just call, hey, this is the third one. It's Euro Truck 3. That's it. You know, if you want the fancy new maps, if you want a reworked Germany and stuff, you gotta buy this one. It's remastered, it's better, it's DX11 now, it has no lighting. But nah, they're just sticking with Euro Truck Sim 2 because it works. It works, it's solid, and that's great. You know, that's a great thing. It's even gonna get DX12 over time, which I find, oh my god. I should have looked at the mirror. It's fine. It's completely fine. I'm gonna ignore the roadblock because I don't really want any extra struggle. No, not the right way to go about it, but who cares? Oh, look at that. Nice guy. This truck is hot. Burn hot today. Feel sorry for him, but such is life, I guess. 29 degrees. See, it's a hot day. Truck burn. It's fine. Happens. Us. But anyway, yeah, and for a 9-year-old game with such frequent updates, I find that very amazing. Really nice of them. You should just keep updating the game, making it better. I mean, if you compare early Euro Truck with this, it's just night and day. You cannot even tell it's the same game. Like if you went back to 2012 and he showed this gameplay to someone that's playing Euro Truck that had just come out back then, and they were like, hey, this is still Euro Truck Sim 2. Person would be like, bro, no, it's not. That's Euro Truck 3 or 4. And it looks so much better. It's a whole other game, and in a way it is. I mean, no lighting, no rendering engine. It's just I mean, not rendering engine, rendering API, just DX11 instead of DX9, which improved performance like massively and then allowed them to go further and further into better lighting and better textures overall, better everything. They even want to implement PBR at some point, which is going to be great because PBR is amazing. I think that's the missing element. Imagine like fully PBR trucks and trailers. And, oh boy, hold up. Hold up. Not the time, 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 not the time. Cannot take that car right now. Oopsie daisy. Look at politics. Sorry, should put my phone on do not disturb. Do not drive and text. Do not do that. Do not text and drive. Do not do that. That's wrong. I could get fined for that. Do not do that. Anyway, back to the road. Oh, I forgot to put it into do not disturb. Should have done that like first thing before even recording. Let's do that now. The phone is somewhere. Oh, yeah, that's it's not the right way to go on. But yeah, very impressed with 143 so far. Lighting looks better. Performance, still a bit of a question mark. I mean, I do understand though. I mean, they're improving the graphics. Consequently, there's a hit on the frames. That's something I said while testing. I think it was 141. I made a video about it, and I said just that, or was it 142? I think it was 141, where I said that, you know, once you push the boundaries, obviously there's a price to pay, so it gets more demanding. You know, I should just accept the fact that my card is not going to be able to run a game at the same settings that it used to in the past, because things do evolve over time, and it's a great thing that they do, because you know it gets better. Everyone gets happier with that, and it's just the natural course of things. But yeah, it was a little shocked at first, because it was my usual go-to setting where my card would just vibe. You know, for 100% scaling, 1080p ultra settings, my card could just deal with that just fine, no problem. 60%, 70% load tops at night. Now it's nearly maxing out. I had frame drops like down to 55. Once again, I'm recording, so that does put an extra load, and I have RTX voice on, which does also increase the load. Something else I've noticed, the VRAM usage is much higher than before, like much higher, twice as much. From what I remember, from memory, because I remember like using 4 GB at 425 and Quad HD in 4K, not at 1080p. 1080p was like 2 GB tops. Now it's using 4.7. Not that it's a problem, I mean it's not, and it's DX11, so use all the VRAM you want. That's not my problem. I like it actually, but just a comment, just an observation, I guess. Anyway, as we get closer to the border, there's not a lot to go now until then. So, yeah, see, we have Barcelona there. We're already getting very close to the border, so it's time to say goodbye. I'd like to thank you guys for watching until here. You know, feedback's much appreciated, as I always say. So if you guys have any input, you're more than welcome to say whatever you want. And I see you guys in the next one, hopefully, as we delve deeper and deeper into Iberia. I think, is that the, no, it's not yet. It soon should be. So I should end it right about here. So, even though there's still a little bit to go into the border, I would just stretch the video further, and there's no need for that. Fact is, force feedback feels great. The no force feedback, I really, really like it. Very natural, very convincing. Performance at night seems a little more taxing than before, like significantly more demanding, and also the reskin looks amazing. Lyon's looking great. They've done a nice job there. The prefabs, all the roundabouts, the no vegetation and stuff, it looks really good. I gotta say that. So far, yeah, a worthy update, a nice open beta. So if you really want to give it a go, I highly recommend it. So you just go on Steam, hit properties, and then there's the betas tab where you can just pick the 143 open beta and try it out for yourself and see how it performs in your rig. Oh my god, oh my god, see Daisy, you almost hit them. And that's the border right there. Welcome to Spain. Bienvenido España. My Spanish is not very good, but anyway, we've entered Spain, and it's time, with much sadness and pain, to say goodbye. I'm gonna just kind of pull it to the side, and oh wow, what a nice view. Wow, there's a, oh, is that a horse? Oh boy, I think the horse not meant to be there, huh? Playing football, huh? It's funny. Is that even a horse? I don't know. Maybe it's not. Oh yeah, it is a horse. I'm 100% sure it's a horse now. But anyway, see you guys in the next one. Thank you all so much for watching, and bye bye.